Hi, this is Andrew Davey with Nevada Forward, and we're here with Congresswoman Dina Titus. Thanks for joining us. To get started today, you and other community leaders talked about the DREAM Act, TPS, policies that affect many immigrants here in Southern Nevada. What's at stake, and what would you like to see Congress do in these next couple weeks?
Well, this administration has just mounted a war on immigrants, whether it was a refugee ban or not allowing people from certain countries to visit, build a wall. Then they stopped the DACA program, they stopped the DAPA program. It's just one thing after another. We want the Dreamers protected. I think that should be part of the continuing resolution. We shouldn't vote for it if that doesn't happen. The deadline for that is March. We think the Republicans are going to push it off to the very end and try to trade it for funding for a wall. I just can't believe that would be something that you would risk children for, but that's their mentality. Meantime, they're going after people who are on temporary protected status. These are people who have come from the worst countries in terms of economics as well as violence. They've been here 25 years. They've got children who are American citizens. Now we want to just have them pack up and go back home. That's just not the way this country was built or should be run.
Now, on TPS, there have been at least a couple bills introduced to extend protection, and in some cases make it permanent. You announced a little earlier, it sounds like a new bill, the American Promise Act. So what will that do in terms of protecting refugees who are currently under TPS?
Well, that would give them permanent legal status if they're under TPS status now, and it would also provide them a pathway to citizenship. A third thing it would do is call on Department of Homeland Security or State Department or whoever needs to be involved to make the guidelines for future countries, future status, to be clearer so people know what it means, how you can apply, how you get here, and how long it's going to last. Because right now it's just uncertainty, and that's no way to try to live or raise a family.
Now, currently, there's a discharge petition underway for the DREAM Act.
That's right.
And so far, of the Republicans who've signed on, one of them is Congressman Amedee here in Nevada. Do you see any possibility of a similar discharge petition for the American Promise Act or similar legislation to protect TPS recipients?
I would like to see that happen. Right now they're gathering sponsorships. I'm sure most of the Democrats, if not all of them, will sign on to it. We'll see how many Republicans are willing to support it. You know, Republicans say a lot of things. They want to help Dreamers, but then they don't really do anything. I'm glad Amedee signed the discharge petition, but he needs to bring some of his friends along with him.
And finally, speaking of deadlines, January 19th seems to be the next deadline in terms of the federal budget, keeping the federal government open.
Right.
What is being done? What are your Democratic colleagues doing in order to try to make sure that this time around, when the House and the Senate vote to keep the government open, they also vote on legislation to protect DACA and TPS recipients?
Well, this is certainly part of the negotiation, but a number of Democrats have just flat out said we're not going to vote for another continuation without DACA in there. And they can't blame us for shutting down government. They control the House, they control the Senate, they control the White House, and they control the courts. If it shuts down, it's on them.